What do you know? This is becoming a thing now. Coming outside after wrestling ends, we still got sun outside. Go for a nice walk. Could go to the river. Could almost do anything here on the West Coast. I didn't even look at what time it was before we came walking out. But what a great night of wrestling. That was really, really fun. WWE BACKLASH coming to you on Peacock. 5 really good matches. I think that honestly the Becky Lynch, I still don't know that freaking girl's names. Valkyrie, something like that. The Bird Girl, probably the match of the night. Really, honestly, really delivered. John Cena doing what we all knew that he was going to do, beat Randy Orton. But Orton in his hometown, I mean, he basically got screwed. He had that match won probably 5 times. Should have won it by disqualification, honestly, in my mind. But, I mean, that's just not the way that they're going to end the show. But it doesn't really make sense that the same ref who gets hit in the face with the belt counts the 3 count. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that, they have... hold on, where was I going? Because it's not like the ref didn't know he got hit with the belt. He knows he got hit with the belt. It should have been a DQ. I mean, we had Dom winning his match thanks to Americano, Chad Gable coming down, getting involved in the Penta match. There's definitely some sort of a storyline going on with the Judgment Day and Finn Balor, him taking, 10 years to grab a steel chair, wanting to make sure that the ref was going to be able to stop him. He didn't want to be what helped Dom win that title. Honestly, in my mind, if I'm Finn Balor, I want Dom to keep the IC belt till I can get my shot at a singles match. So I think he honestly should have been out there trying to help. But they're just trying to push the story along. Jacob Fatu gets the big win. We have Jeff Cobb having his debut. Solo Sikoa brings him out. I don't know if they're going to say that he just is a ride or die with the bloodline, a lot like how Bronson Reed was for War Games. I guess that really makes sense. At first I was like, wait a minute, I think Jeff Cobb is from somewhere here in California. He's not part of the bloodline. He's not Samoan. I looked it up. He's Hawaiian. I didn't know that he was a former Olympian. He didn't do that well in the Olympics, but he was in them. But he's gonna be really big. The what I know the most about him, other than the Observer talking about him on a lot of radio shows that I listened to back in the day, was him getting his break in Lucha Underground, being Matanza, who was kind of like the Goro, like the head boss of Lucha Underground for the first few seasons of the show. Then he kind of fell down the card a little bit. They couldn't have him be like the final boss forever. But I remember the first time I saw Matanza, I was like, shit. They made that guy look larger than life. He was bigger than big. I think he was in AEW in the early days, but I'm not really 100% sure. I know that he just came over from New Japan, finished out his days there. But Becky wrestled one hell of a match. I think that pushes that title to be a little bit stronger. I've said a lot of things about the mid-card women's belts not really meaning a whole lot, especially they both got left off of WrestleMania, while they've already had those tag team belts in the women's division for probably 5-6 years now, and those things have never really meant anything. I understand about trying to make the women's division equal to the men's, and when you've got a roster that can fill all those spots and have those matches mean something, they mean something. But I mean, I really don't get it. There's women in the division that I care about, but if they're not going to be used on Raw, SmackDown, especially if they're not going to be on at least every other pay-per-view. We only had one women's match. I was really strong on them only having 5 matches, so I don't know how bad it would have been if they would have added one more match. But the fact that, 2.5 hours, we're in, we're out. During the period when I was falling down on wrestling a little bit, the pay-per-views were just too damn long. I mean, that's my main problem with AEW. Is even though the shows you get your money's worth because you actually have to order a pay-per-view, you at least get your money's worth. But I mean, you're falling asleep at the end to the point where the main match that you ordered the show for, you're barely being able to enjoy. But damn good night. I think I talked about all the matches. There was only Gunther, the Gunther match against Pat McAfee. That match was really freaking cool. If that match would have been an indie, maybe if it would have been in Pittsburgh, it would have been bigger, because Pat McAfee's like two, quote unquote hometowns. But he went out there, he gave everything that he could. He just didn't have everything left in the tank. He gave everything to Gunther. It just wasn't enough. It probably wasn't even half enough. Gunther never really looked during the match that he was even going to be close to being beat. It is what it is. But if that's going to be his exit song, if that's going to be the last we see McAfee until like the Royal Rumble time, I always appreciate him being there. He makes WWE bigger. Wade Barrett move over to Monday Night Raw, I guess, and then maybe Tone becomes more of a name on SmackDown. I was kind of surprised he didn't get called up to the desk. Maybe he's just not the name that they thought it was going to be when he got signed to WWE to be one of the announcers. It seems like he's fallen down the card a little bit when it comes to announcers, but damn good night, damn good show. Backlash 2025. Can't wait for Monday. Find out what's going on with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. I know that CM Punk is going to be there. We have to see what's going on. We have to get Roman Reigns back. I mean, that's a match that I think people want to see. Punk, Roman, Seth, Braun. Find out who's going to be there. If they do it like Money in the Bank, that's going to set up, Punk and Roman for like a SummerSlam if they can't get along. And then they named for Saturday night's main event coming up, they named Logan Paul versus Jey Uso. That's a match I'm really pumped up for. I made a video about that the other day. Logan can win that. Logan really could win that. I'm cheering for Logan. Go Logan. Let's get this down. I'll eat all day long with y'all, but Logan Paul for champ. That's me.